Jai Guru student. Today we will take one of the most important topic is doping. Doping is, you know, that the athletes take dope test is there. So actually what is doping? Actually additional of an appropriate amount of impurity to semiconductor in order to increase its conductivity is called doping. So semiconductors are of two types. One is your extrinsic semiconductor, another one is intrinsic semiconductor. So the semiconductors whose conductivity increases on heating, this is your extrinsic semiconductor, means extra you have to give the heat. Intrinsic means there are two types of intrinsic semiconductors are there. One is your N type, another one is P type. So in this one, N type and P type semiconductor will read. Now this is the ideal crystal. Silicon, we know silicon electronic configuration 284. So when it is doped with phosphorus, next group means group 15. It is group 14. Next group 285. So 2 plus 8, 10 plus 5, 15 is group 15 elements. Then what will happen? So if I dope to it next group, then product is N type. How it is N type, that we will see here. Now if you consider this one, silicon is there, so instead of silicon there will be phosphorus. If I dope that one, phosphorus outermost shell electron is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 silicon electron, we have using the silicon electron, but fifth electron of phosphorus remains like that. This electron is called extra mobile electron. Extra mobile electron. And due to the mobility of this electron, its conductivity increases. And what is the charge of electron is negative. That is why it is called N type. Now same thing if I dope to it aluminium. If a silicon is doped with this silicon one doped with aluminium, previous group, so P for previous, P for P type. Aluminium electronic configuration 283. So aluminium, silicon here, silicon here, silicon here, silicon here. So aluminium outermost electron is 3. And silicon electron 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons of silicon, but here there is a gap will develop. So electron from this silicon comes here and hole will move there, like the electron from the other silicon comes to that hole will move there. So if you take the photographs, actually you will see that photographs one after another, you will see that the holes are moving. Actually holes are not moving. In real case, electrons are moving. So this type of semiconductors are called your P-type semiconductors. So we are taking the next one, and last topic of this unit is your magnetic properties. So on the basis of magnetic properties, matter can be classified into 5 categories. First one is paramagnetic. One or more unpaired electron, just like O2. Last year also done the O2 having some unpaired electron. So if I have unpaired electron, maybe others are paired, but if I have unpaired electron like that, this one is paramagnetic. Now diamagnetic substances, those metals which have no unpaired electron, just like water, all these electrons are paired. If all the electrons are paired, these things are your diamagnetic substances. Now another one is ferromagnetic. First of all, before going to ferromagnetic, you have to understand the domain. Here is the individual atom may contains paired, unpaired, but domain means cluster of metal ion, a group of metal ion. Now a group of metal ion forming a group. For example, these metal ions, friend circles are there, no? So metals also forming some group. Metal ions remains in group. Now the its magnetic moment may be like that, its magnetic moment may be like that. Initially, in a substance, the magnetic moments are looks like that, they are in any direction. But if these direction are going to be aligned in one direction, after when the magnet is introduced, then this is called your ferromagnetic substance. If these things aligned parallel, anti-parallel, parallel, anti-parallel direction in equal number, then we have the case of antiferromagnetism. And if they are aligned two up, one down, then two up, one down, like that, unequal number, then this is called your ferrimagnetic substances. So these are the three patterns the substances are found. This is the ferromagnetism, highly magnetic, no magnetic property. These are weakly magnetic. So with this we are concluding unit 1. If possible, in the next class I will give some notes on unit 1. Thank you. Jai Gurudev.